Our top focus story here on First Up today marks the final deadline in the long battle that's been hard fought on the streets, in the courtroom with bulldozers. And today the residents of the Campa Cola Society in Mumbai have to concede defeat and hand over the keys to the BMC.
Will they do that is the question, but residents continue to dig in their heels. A large section among the residents, and you heard some of them at the top of this show, are refusing to vacate their premises. This as the municipal corporation has already issued notices to residents of the illegal flats, asking them to hand over the keys of their flats by this evening or else.
Residents of the Campa Cola Society have woken up to a dark morning. Today they'll have to part with their homes. The final deadline for residents of the illegal flats at Worli's Campa Cola compound to vacate their apartments ends today. The residents will have to hand over the keys to the authorities as the illegal flats in the society will be demolished as per orders of the Supreme Court. The residents say they won't vacate.
और हमने जो खरीदा पैसा बिल्डिंग का हमने चुकाया है वो पैसा जो देखें.
We are the citizens of this country and this state. Why is it that we are being treated like this?
The residents are even expressing anguish on social media. On the Facebook page of the society, residents have blamed the authorities of being selective in their approach. Taking on the government, residents say there are other illegal buildings that are not being touched. The Supreme Court had earlier this month upheld its earlier order for demolition of parts of the society which were illegal. Dismissing the residents' petition to stay the demolition of their flats, the apex court had said that the plea was misconceived and not maintainable. However, MNS chief Raj Thackeray and legendary singer Lata Mangeshkar have come out in support of the residents. On Monday, Lata Mangeshkar tweeted in favour of the residents, asking why they should suffer when the buildings were constructed illegally. Raj Thackeray, on the other hand, termed the action against residents of illegal flats unjust. But the Maharashtra Chief Minister had made it clear he won't intervene in the matter. Meanwhile, the BMC has decided to float a third tender for the demolition after the civic body failed to receive any response on its earlier tenders. But that could hardly stop the BMC from issuing notices to the Campa Cola Society residents to vacate their flats. The big question that arises is that why the builders are not being held accountable for constructing illegal flats and only residents have to suffer. Bureau Report, headlines today.
Well, as that deadline of 5 p.m. this evening comes nearer and nearer, we're joined live by my colleague Amrita from Mumbai, who has residents of the Campa Cola Society with her. Amrita, take us through what we're likely to see today. Many of those residents, in fact, most of them saying that they're not going to pack their bags and they're not going to hand in those keys.
Almost all of them are saying that they won't be vacating their flats, but this is the last day given by BMC for them. Till 5 p.m. today they have to vacate their flats and hand over the keys in G ward of BMC office. I have with me some residents. You tell me, this is the last day given by BMC. What you guys have decided?
There's nothing to decide. This is our fundamental right. We are not going to leave. We are all united and we have decided. This is not a sentence. This is a death sentence given by the government, who is not bothered about the lower middle class. I have a 92-year-old father-in-law who's bought this flat with his hard-earned money. And do you think he would have bought an illegal? And why are we being penalized? You tell me. We are ready for penalty. We are ready to demolish the FSI, which is under violation. The sanctioned FSI, which is within the law, which is the right of the CM and the BMC, Mr. Kunte, they can grant it to us. So what is the issue? Why are we being made targets? Because aren't we citizens of India? Haven't we paid our taxes, stamp duty, property tax? Why this discrimination? Today Adarsh still stands. Okay, your huts are getting regularized, but we are being made targets.
You tell me, Supreme Court has given the order that you have to vacate the flats. Don't you think so that you're violating law?
When they're violating our human rights, why should we listen to them? You tell me right now, there was 6 months ago when they told the BMC that you can still find a solution acceptable to like the Campa Cola residents and the BMC. They did nothing for 6 months. The Supreme Court order came on 3rd June. Since then, in 9 days, they're suddenly ready and completely, prepared to demolish this entire structure. They're violating our human rights. That's more basic than the law. Don't you think so?
What message you want to give to the young generation? I mean, she is a young generation, she understands. So what message are you giving? You mean to say that I should tell this young generation, youth and everybody, that Mera Bharat is Mahan or Mera Bharat is Behiman?
And who has forced us to take this law in our hand? We have not broken any law till date. Within the law, peacefully, we've been protesting. Today, if we are forced to do contempt of court or if we are forced to take any action, it is the inaction of the ruling government and the state authorities who don't think we are important enough in this country today.
We have seen strong reactions are coming out and residents are still saying that they are not ready to vacate their flats. But we should also remember this is the second notice given by BMC, but this is not 488 number notice which says that you have to vacate your flats on immediate basis. Otherwise, we will take you out. This is not 488 number notice. So we have to see what BMC does in the evening. Back to you.
Amrita, if you could just put one more question to those residents. Yesterday a letter was written and put on Facebook on the Save Campa Cola Society page by a person called Rajesh Kumar Verma, who those ladies must be knowing very well. He's also an affected resident of that colony. And he basically said, we are willing to give our keys if the Maharashtra government can assure us that all illegal flats, in Maharashtra will be demolished, and we are assured that this will be thoroughly and honestly followed up. Is that something that the residents who are with you right now, Amrita, are also willing to concede?
Yes, this is the same letter they have written to Maharashtra CM Prithviraj Chavan. I'll be asking her, you tell me, you have written a letter to CM Prithviraj Chavan where you are saying that you have to demolish all the illegal constructions in Mumbai. Yes. What is that letter and what you have to say to the CM?
I have to say to the CM, all the atrocities which you are inflicting on us, he has to guarantee me that after today, no illegal structure will be legalized through any ordinance. All the BMC officials who are the perpetrators of this crime should be penalized, should be taken to task. The builder and the developer who has eaten our hard-earned money, his properties, his taxes, everything should be attached, and we as citizens should be compensated. And this land, which is rightfully ours, should be conveyed in our name. So any further construction or FSI should be given to the legal residents of this Campa Cola society. And there are many more clauses, because this is what you're doing to the citizen today, who is a target of the builder, politician, authorities nexus. This is nothing but a case of corruption.
You have also written something about the builder. What is that?
Yes, I have asked the CM to take the builder to task. Okay, in case they don't exist, they can exist. Today his skin is riding a Ferrari while my kids are going to come on the road for no fault of mine. So his property, everything should be attached, and we innocent residents and buyers should be compensated.
Okay, so residents have written a letter to CM Prithviraj Chavan and they want him to demolish all the illegal structures if he is demolishing Campa Cola. Back to you.
Well, this is a story clearly with two sides. There is a perception also, that the people who bought these flats aren't completely innocent and they must have a share of the blame for this entire mess. Of course, there's a humanity angle, there's a law angle, there's a legal angle. The builders, the government, the BMC all have a part in this monumental mess that has intensified at Campa Cola society. But is it only the residents who should suffer? What about the others? It's a story we're going to track very closely here on Headlines today. 5 p.m. is the deadline by which they must hand over their keys, and they have no intention of doing so. Thanks very much, Amrita.